Okay, good afternoon, class. So our topic for today is digital divide. So this would be located on your book. Just turn it on page 54 under digital divide, information addiction and cyberbullying. So ito po yung ating lesson 17. So now, digital divide is about the gap between affluent and low-income populations in accessing modern information and communication technologies across different demographics and regions. So nakalagay po dito affluent, so meaning yung may mga kaya or mga mayayaman compared doon sa mga may low income sa pag-access po ng mga technologies. So this gap simply shows that not everyone has equal access to technologies, which impacts yung mga sumusunod po. Unang-una yung learning, access to essential skills, and further worsen inequalities. Okay, so next. So example po natin. So in terms of learning, students, individuals without internet or computer access shall fall behind. Okay, alam niyo naman po yan na in every time na tayo ay nabubuhay, gumigising sa umaga, um, malaking impact na sa atin yung paggamit ng mga technologies, no? Kasi we always check na may pasok ba, late na ba ako, ano yung sunod kong gagawin. So, yung ating mga phones na yun nagiging basehan natin para tayo ay mabuhay. And also, bakit nga ba na-fall behind yung mga wala, no? Kasi hindi na sila nagiging updated sa mga pangyayari in their everyday lives, no? So, ganun po yun in terms of learning. And also, pagdating sa mga problem solving sa mathematics. So, mas mapapabilis ang pag-ask or pag-solve ng problem kapag meron kang mga calculator compared doon sa wala. No? They use manual solving. And others, sa paglalaro po ng games. Yung iba po na-enjoy po nila paglalaro ng games through their phones, while the others, iniiyak na lang sa magulang, naglalaro na lang sa labas. So, ganun po yung ginagawa nila. But then, we are in the digital age, dapat po talaga nating ma-adapt na yung mga gadgets or technologies nowadays. And then, in terms of access to essential skills, so many jobs nowadays require digital literacy, and those without access have missed out on learning these skills. Okay, so digital literacy. So, alam niyo naman before we tackled about media, information, and technology literacy. So, when it comes to digital literacy, from the word itself, digital, kailangan po kasi na tayo ay maging digitally literate. So, for example, visual aids. 2, PowerPoint. So, that's the transformation of learning when it comes to visual aids na naka-Manila paper to a PowerPoint uh, visual aid. Okay? So, yun po yung tinutukoy. Another, so job. So, sabi nga dito, many jobs nowadays require digital literacy. So, kapag hindi ka nakapag-aral or wala kang pinag-aralan, siyempre, hindi ka makakapasok sa mga gusto mong trabaho na more on digital ang ginagamit. Example, BPO. So, hindi ka po makakapasok as call center agent, data analyst, encoder, decoder, QA, o yung iba, programmer when it comes to IT-related task, may mga web developer, so hindi niya magagawa or makapasok yung ganong klase ng trabaho. Dahil nga sa wala kayong access regarding dun sa ganong klaseng skills. And next, in terms of inequalities. So, yun guys, lahat po ng binabanggit ko dito ay nasa libro nyo lang. Tingnan nyo lang doon. So, inequality is the gap between those who have access to technology and those who don't becomes wider, making marginalized groups even more disadvantaged compared to wealthier ones. So, when it comes to wider, making marginalized groups, it refers to the groups who are systematically excluded from mainstream society due to the following factors. Example, ethnicity, and then gender, disability, poverty, or socio-economic imbalances, no? Now, when it comes to gender, women and girls, so they faces barriers related to their gender, including systematic discrimination, like when it comes to leadership, kadalasan, lalaki ang nagiging leader, no? Hindi lang sa tahanan, pati na rin sa uh, pagiging presidente, no? Most commonly talaga, or most commonly nangyari is lalaki ang nagiging presidente, lalaki ang nagiging leader, lalaki ang nagiging senador. Kung meron ng babae, sobrang bihira, no? And then disability. So people experience exclusion due to inaccessibility in infrastructures and institutional bias. Dahil nga sa sila yung mga disabled, hindi po nila kayang gawin yung mga bagay na ginagawa ng mga normal. Iko-quote ko na lang yung normal, no? So, first, pagda-drive. As a driver, kailangan kasi dyan talaga presence of mind. So, pagka ikaw ay may sakit sa pag-iisip, may mga problema sa paggalaw, at malalabo ang mata, medyo nagkakaproblema po yan sa pagda-drive or pagiging isang driver, no? And then next, ethnicity. So, indigenous people so often face significant wealth gaps and discrimination in areas like the employment and education. So, syempre, pag mga indigenous groups, so they only live in their most common land, mga taga-bundok, expect mo na hindi talaga sila ganun ka-educated kasi yun lang ang kinalakihan nilang buhay. So, bihira sila talaga makakapagtrabaho sa mga institution na tulad ng pinagtatrabahuhan din natin, no? And then, yung mga LGBT. So, they face lots of barriers, inclusion in decision-making, and public spheres. Yung paggamit pangalan ng CR, di ba? Alam nyo naman yan, marami ng issue. Bakit daw hindi sila nakakapasok ng CR ng babae or ng lalaki kahit sila naman ay babae na for their own identity or lalaki na. So, yun po ang mga nagiging barriers. So, ganun lang po kaiksi yung ating topic, no? Okay. So, in short, digital divide deepens social and economic inequality because in the digital age now. So, yan po. Pinapalalim lang po ng topic na to kung ano nga ba yung nagiging inequality. To access technology become the necessity for education, skills, and opportunities. So, the major contributors of digital divide are education. Kaya nga po pinag-aaralan po natin itong mga gantong topic para atin po nalalaman bakit nga ba nagkakaroon ng gap even though we are both humans or we are just living in this country or world, pero bakit tayo nabibilong sa mga hindi naman dapat natin kabibilangan, no? So, income and regional disparities and gaps. So, malaki pong factor ang income sa pagkakaroon ng digital divide. Alam nyo naman po yan. Kung wala tayong pera, so, wala. Di natin makukuha yung mga bagay na gusto natin na kung saan meron din yung mga klase natin. So, ganun po yung mga nangyayari. So, malaki po talaga ang gaps sa mga ganung problema. Okay? So, seat work. Ayan. Kaya tinanong ko kayo kanina, anong gusto nyo? Live ba or video lesson? So, since marami na akong araw na hindi nakakapag-discuss, actually, sa iba, waiting na lang sila sa next lesson. Tapos na sila kahapon sa lesson na to. Tsaka sa activity na to. Kaya kayo po, ito yung gagawin ninyo ngayon. Okay, seat work number 3. So, activity. Think of your community or your schools. What signs of the digital divide do you use? Or do you see around you? Magbigay po kayo ng dalawang example and write your answer in complete sentences on a crosswise paper. So, ang criteria po natin sa pag-score. Una po, examples of digital divide. So, 5 points po kapag nabigay nyo ng malinaw at relevant ang mga examples na nakita ninyo sa school. Give one clear kapag isa lang naman po ang naging example at medyo vague or unclear. 3 to 4 points po yun. And then, pag wala po nabigay na example, is either 1 or 2 points po yung ating i-score dyan. So, clarity of explanation, writes in clear, complete sentences that are easy to understand. 5 points po yun. Writing is understandable but may lack detail or clarity. So, 3 to 4 points naman po yun. And writing is incomplete, disorganized, or difficult to understand. 1 to 2 points naman po yun. So, total of 10 points po itong sheet work na ito. And then, you're going to answer the reflection. So, how will you bridge the gap between those with and without access to digital resources? So, baka hindi nyo makita mamaya yung word na yon. So, without access to digital resources. So, yun po ay gagawin ninyo on the rest of our time. So, mahaba-haba po yung oras ninyo dyan. Then, by tomorrow, atin po itong checkan. So, if you have any questions, just write it on your notebook. Pag-usapan natin yan bukas. And then, ayan lang. So use the rest of our time to do your sheet work. So, that's all. Goodbye, class.